back from injury. Eala takes on Tauson in U.S. Open first round. Alexandra Eala faces 14th seed Clara Tauson of Denmark in a match between former junior Grand Slam champions on opening day of the U.S. Open on Sunday in New York. The world number 70 Eala, winner at Flushing Meadows in the 2022 U.S. Open Junior Girls Singles, has not seen action since the first round of the National Bank Open in Montreal, but has been confirmed for her U.S. Open debut. Eala, 20, bowed to Czech star Marketa Vondrousova 6-3, 1-6, 2-6. A left shoulder injury forced her to miss the next two tournaments. World number 2 Iga Swiatek won the Cincinnati Open last week, and the Montreal Open will end before the U.S. Open starts. The 22-year-old Clara Tauson, champion of the 2019 Australian Open Junior Girls event, ruled the 2025 ASB Classic in Auckland in January and is now ranked number 15 in the Women's Tennis Association. Carlos Alcaraz and Novak Djokovic will face potential difficult American opponents when they begin their quest for another U.S. Open title. Venus Williams, meanwhile, returns to the event at age 45 against number 11 seed Karolina Muchova, a past French Open finalist who has reached the semifinals in New York the past 2 years. That was one of the early highlight matches after the draws were conducted Thursday for the men's and women's singles tournaments. Those begin Sunday, a day earlier than in the past, and a pair of recent U.S. Open champions could be tested early. Alcaraz, the number 2 seed, starts against Reilly Opelka. Opelka, a former top 20 player before injuries, is 6'11" with a powerful serve that he rode to the fourth round in New York in 2021. Alcaraz won his lone U.S. Open title the following year and has gone on to add 4 more Grand Slam titles. Djokovic owns a men's record 24 of them, including 4 at the U.S. Open. Seeded 7th, he will face Lernertine, a 19-year-old left-hander who upset Daniil Medvedev en route to the fourth round of this year's Australian Open. Now playing infrequently outside of the majors at 38 and having fallen to number 7 in the rankings, Djokovic could have to beat 2024 U.S. Open runner-up Taylor Fritz, the number 4 seed, in the quarterfinals, then Alcaraz in the semifinals, and number 1 Jannik Sinner, the defending champion, in the final. Williams was given a wild card by the U.S. Tennis Association into a tournament where she won 2 of her 7 Grand Slam singles titles and will be the oldest player to compete in singles at Flushing Meadows since 1981. But she faces someone who has shown the ability to raise her game in the biggest tournaments. Muchova, after falling in the 2023 French Open final, got to the semis in New York later that summer and again last year. Number 3 seed Coco Gauff, who won her first major title in the 2023 U.S. Open, will first face Ajla Tomljanovic, the Australian who beat Williams' younger sister Serena in her final match in 2022. The potential quarterfinals on the men's side are Sinner versus number 5 Jack Draper and number 3 Alexander Zverev versus number 8 Alex de Minaur in the top half of the bracket. The bottom half could be Alcaraz versus number 6 Ben Shelton and Fritz versus Djokovic. The women's quarters could be defending champion and number 1 seed Aryna Sabalenka versus number 7 Jasmine Paolini and number 4 Jessica Pegula versus number 5 Mira Andreeva on the top half. The other side could see number 2 Iga Swiatek versus number 8 Amanda Anisimova in a rematch of Swiatek's romp in the Wimbledon final, and Gauff versus number 6 Madison Keys, the Australian Open champion.